What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this topical video here on Anfield Agenda. To shake it up a little bit, what I thought I'd do is go through all of the round of 16 ties in this season's Champions League and try to predict the aggregate score and the winner of each tie. Sound good? Well, feel free to play along in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And of course, we would love you to hit that subscribe button. So, there's a lot to get through. I'm not going to hang around. We're going to get straight into the fixtures. So, first up, we are going to have a look at Club Brugge against Aston Villa. Both of these sides can feel very happy with their progress through this season's Champions League. Obviously, Villa opened up with that victory over Bayern Munich. It was a replay of their famous victory over Bayern Munich in the European Cup in the past. And Club Brugge have probably surprised many with the style of football that they've played. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Maxime de Kuiper, their left back. But who's going to go through overall here? Well, this is what I think, ladies and gents. I'm going to go for an aggregate score of Club Brugge 2, Aston Villa 4. I think maybe we'll see something like 2-2 over in Belgium, and then Aston Villa to get the job done 2-0 at Villa Park. But overall, I'm going for Aston Villa to go through. Next up is the battle of the Madrid clubs, the Madrid derby. They're going head-to-head in La Liga as well, of course, along with Barcelona. Both of them have had mixed campaigns. Real Madrid gotten off to a bit of a slower start in Europe anyway, but have started to find their feet after Liverpool beat them by 2-0. It's not very often I get to say that, so I had to squeeze it in there somewhere. But what have I gone for here over the course of the two legs? I don't think it's going to be easy. I'm going to go for one tetchy, low-scoring draw and then it to be sorted out. I think actually the first game will be the one with more goals and the second one will be the tetchier draw. So what I've gone for here overall is 3-3 on aggregate and Real Madrid just about to squeak through on penalties. Could go either way though, this one, honestly. It's not as open and shut as many people will probably think looking at it. Atleti will make it very difficult for Carlo Ancelotti's men. So I think my prediction of 3-3 and Real Madrid to sneak through on penalty kicks might be close. Next up, a last 16 tie that I'm sure Arsenal fans are pretty happy with, considering the fact that they have no real attacking options at the minute. But don't underestimate PSV Eindhoven. They beat Liverpool, a much changed Liverpool I must say, but they do have some attacking talent there. Over the course of the two legs though, second leg being at the Emirates, you would expect Arsenal to get the job done. It was just a matter for me of scoreline prediction here. So this is what I've gone for it to be aggregate score over the two legs. I'm going to go for Arsenal to progress by 3-1. I'm predicting something like a 1-1 over in PSV Eindhoven and then a 2-0 victory for Arsenal at the Emirates. But either way, I can't see a way Arsenal don't progress through this tie, even allowing for all of their, attacking woes this season. This one is a really intriguing tie for me. Borussia Dortmund against Lille. Now, of course, we got to have a look at Lille up close this season in the Champions League. Another victory for the Reds. But Borussia Dortmund are always involved in some crazy games over the course of a European season. This one was a tough one to predict for me. I mean, I went back and forth with it. Does the class and pedigree of Borussia Dortmund come through? Or the guile, the creativity, and quite frankly, the class of that Lille side? This is what I've gone for. I think it's going to be a close one, but I'm going to say that Borussia Dortmund just about edge it by 4-3. But this is probably the prediction I have the least faith in, to be honest with you, because I could make an argument for that to be reversed as well and it to go the other way. But overall, I'm going to say that we will see Borussia Dortmund just about edge it by 4-3. Now, Feyenoord. Well, what is their reward for knocking out AC Milan? Well, of course, it's Inter Milan. There you go. You'll know the stadium very well. You'll have been there. In fact, Santiago Jimenez, well, he could have been there with Feyenoord. He was there and he did score for AC Milan against them, but eventually then got knocked out. That to me was probably the biggest surprise of the playoff round. But it's credit to Feyenoord for the good season. On the other side of it, Inter Milan, well, you'd have to say they probably be the favourites along with Barcelona on that other side of the draw. So over the course of the two legs, I'm not really expecting a repeat of Feyenoord knocking out AC Milan. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Inter Milan over the course of the two legs. I think their class and certainly their defensive nous will show. Now, an all-German affair. And again, what a belter of a tie this is. Went head-to-head in the Bundesliga last year. Of course, Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen coming out on top this season. It looks like that's going to be reversed. They had a draw recently as well in the Bundesliga. This one was tough because Bayern have the carrot at the end of the stick of the final being at the Allianz Arena in Munich. So that, for me, is the deciding factor in this one. That will to get through to the final. I think it's going to be cagey and tetchy, and I'm predicting it to end up 2-2 on aggregate, and Bayern Munich just about to scrape through on penalty kicks. But let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with that one. 2-2 on aggregate for me, and Bayern through on penalties. Now, this is what I'm predicting to be the highest scoring of the last 16 ties. Benfica and Barcelona is a game that just screams goals to me. Maybe you think I'm wrong on this one, but I can only see one winner and one outcome, but I do think it's going to be the highest scoring of all the last 16 ties. Benfica have had a very good campaign in Europe. Barcelona finishing second in the league table obviously means that they're over the far side of the draw from us, and the only time that Liverpool could potentially play them is in the final. But over the course of these two legs, I'm going to go for a 5-3 victory overall for Barcelona. And I think the leg over in Benfica will be the crazy higher scoring of the two. I think it'll open up. I think it'll be something crazy over. I think we're going to see 6 or 7 goals over in Benfica, and then to go back and the job to be pretty much done at that point in Barcelona to go through. So 5-3 for me on aggregate in Barcelona to progress. And finally, the one that matters the most to us, right? Paris Saint-Germain versus Liverpool. We know that we will play the winners of Club Brugge and Aston Villa, and then the winner of either PSV Eindhoven and Arsenal, or the Battle of the Madrid clubs will be the other semi-finalist. Over in Paris is where this is going to be tricky, and that's the first leg of it. I think if we can get back from there with a score draw, or even just a 1-goal deficit, I'd back us to get the job done at Anfield. But, that being said, there's no reason why Liverpool can't look to go over to Paris and win. I know that they've had a bit of resurgence, PSG. A handy 10-0 aggregate victory, I think it was, over Brest. Yes, I did say Brest. I had to get it in somewhere. You wouldn't respect me if I didn't put it in the video. And then they had a comfortable, at least it was 7-0 the last time I checked in their most recent game. But it's the Reds, and I'm backing us to go further in that Champions League this season on the round of 16. So overall, this is what I've gone for my prediction here. Liverpool to win 3-2 on aggregate and book our place in the quarterfinals against, well, for my prediction, what will be Aston Villa. Now remember, if we do make it through, the second leg of the quarterfinal would be away from home, whereas here, obviously, second leg is at Anfield. So just to recap before we finish up, ladies and gents, I want to let you know about our live show as well, on sale right now. Don't forget to get your tickets if you want to come see us May 28th at the Hot Water Comedy Club. You can get your tickets in the link of the description of this video, and it is an all ages event. Myself, Chris Stonage, Steve Bland, Connor Crosby and Jack Gill together for one night only to celebrate the Reds hopefully winning the league and, well, being the best club in Europe in my opinion. Hope you can see us on the night, but for now, let's just recap real quick. I'm going for Club Brugge 2, Aston Villa 4 on aggregate, Real Madrid 3, Atleti 3 on aggregate with Real to go through on penalties, PSV Eindhoven 1, Arsenal 3, Borussia Dortmund 4, Lille 3, then I'm going for Feyenoord 1, Inter Milan 3, the Battle of the German clubs, Bayern Munich 2, Leverkusen 2 with Bayern to go through on penalty kicks, Benfica 3, Barcelona 5, and finally Paris Saint-Germain 2, Liverpool 3. So that is it for me with this prediction. Of course, we will be back with a prediction for the quarterfinal as well. Do appreciate your support, but let me know your thoughts on my selections in the comment section. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.